broadcasting from Mabula, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show, LTL Conspiracy Theory. This time it's on the U.S. employment. They said the U.S. economy and the jobless claims for last month went down 1%. Well, okay, American people, let me give you a little announcement. I want you to go ahead, stop what you're doing. You can cut off the TV, trying to be entertained by some bootlegged movies that's all scratched up. Stop trying to beep the dope man. Well, reportedly, I'm just joking. Quit kind of gossip about people across the street because they got this and they're talking about how they got that. Quit trying to find out what Chris Brown should have been going to jail because he beat up on Rihanna, knowing that it took two to tangle and they both blew their careers. Well, one of them did. Could have been on the verge of going on tour and being side by side with Beyonce, or gossiping about Michael Jackson, and then now the new gossip is Mark Lester being the real biological dad of Paris Jackson. Don't worry about none of that, because if you don't have a job, you can't watch it. And you can't go to somebody else's house and beg them. Man, you get more fights, and then you get more policemen coming out there. They tired of all that crap. So listen to LTL in this. When they said employment claims went down a percent, of course 6 months. With each company, it takes until 6 months, and then you want to renew it, you can renew it, but you gotta have a list of your jobs that you have tried to seek. And if you don't have no job and you're trying to seek them, and they not hiring nobody because they just finished laying off people too. So what are you gonna do? Try to get your neighbor or somebody to be the contact person? So that's the one thing they're thinking about. And then plus, after your 6 months of it, your 7th month, it's not gonna be no jobless, people applying for it. They be scrambling, trying to do something. So the hidden danger is, because they all happy and stocks kind of went up, but the part is, did you know the report that GM is about to cut some more jobs? They want to cut the hourly workers down to 6,000. So is that something to think about? President Barack Obama? You bet. That's why your popularity has been slipping. Population poll has been slipping from 63 to 56. Now you may be down to 51, and then they're going to be saying, well, Bush got you beat. George W. Bush is better than you back in 2001. Well, that's because everybody was working. And plus the manufacturing jobs were still here. They wasn't walking away within that 8-year span. And plus, what you're going to do with those manufacturing jobs? You don't have them, and you're going to have to build new technology. You can't rely on fast food, hotels, and security, with the creditors breathing down the people's backs. So that means most of the people are trying to get overseas jobs. And of course, with they saying that the overseas job being cut, it's going to be different contractors, but it's going to be more contractors, because guess what? When the troops are pulling out in 2010 to the last ones in 2011, the insurgents are licking their chops more and more, and when they start bombing up Iraq again, it's going to bring the contractors out and everybody else out for some more money. And so it's going to tie your hands up again, President Barack Obama. So that's going to be the more contract jobs. And then the booty, because the Somalians are thinking very unintelligently. And you heard that the word, faith come by hearing, and hearing by the word. And then how can the word be taught unless it's by preacher? But then you have false teaching, and they not because of the religion. They use that as a front for their strategy game, as Ma'u Hamajani now, where they can form terror cells to bomb up countries. So, which comes down to the last point, which will be more important, because now if there's more contract workers leaving their families, would it be families still important? Be with your family and no job or barely making it, and then be putting a chokehold on preachers and chokehold on God? Or will overseas employment be better? And you be away from your loved ones. You might have to get on the slowest internet in the world, in the Middle East, especially in Kuwait, and then and they want to do more money, and they don't provide you quality service. They trying to hustle up these foreign nationals to try to do something which their spoiled little behinds could have done it their own self and think much better, because you've got Americans and other Western civilization. But that's another story. So that's LTL's Conspiracy Theory. Tune in next time. And LTL is sounding off.